So 95 rated Ballon d'Or cards are going to be going onto your guys' account over the weekend. As a result, it's going to create a pretty big market crash, but there should be loads of investments over the weekend. But before we do start, I do offer a daily subscriber trading guide over on my Twitch, which you can get for free with Amazon Prime. All you got to do is click on the top link in the description and subscribe over on Twitch. You can do this for free with Amazon Prime. If not, it's £5, €5, or $6. In there, you'll get yourself daily updated investment guides, daily updated silver trading guides, daily updated shadow trading guides to help you guys with all your trading needs. A recent investment on there that did really well was a Pulisic we recommended going and buying on the Saturday evening, Sunday morning for 230k, and at the time that we recommended selling him, he did go all the way up there to 270, making you around about 25 to 30k per Pulisic, with loads of other investments we're going to recommended on the on the Sunday evening, Saturday evening, Sunday evening, Monday morning. Yeah, that would have been the buy time after the Hero SBC. But there we go. So some nice investments. So we're going to go and actually change a little bit about a little bit of the format of the video. Normally what I'll do is I'll start off with SBCs, then I'll move on to another thing and so on and so on. But what I'm actually going to try is start off with the main point of the video and then going through the rest of it, rather than having like SBCs always first, then Evos, then objectives. So we are going to be starting off by talking about the Ballon d'Or event. Now a lot of people are very confused about the Ballon d'Or event, because EA, I guess, hasn't really given us that much information, and it's kind of like a new promo sort of thing they're doing. So this is a promo that starts at 8 AM today, so probably by the time this video is uploaded. And what you're going to do is you're going to go and get yourself a player pick 1 of 5 for this selection of teams, players, and a player pick 1 of 5 for this selection of players. Now, these cards are only, at the moment, ever coming out as loan cards. These cards are not going to be in packs. They're literally just going to be a 4-day loan between 8 AM on the Friday through to 8 AM on the Tuesday. Basically meaning that you can use them all weekend league. So what you're going to do is you're going to have a selection again, a player pick 1 of 5, and it's going to have 5 of these players randomly in it. Now obviously people are more likely than not just going to go and take the forwards, because forwards are way more interesting than defenders, and they're way more expensive. So what you're going to expect to see is a lot of Mbappe's and Vinicius Juniors in your team, but of course you're only going to see 1, because people are going to get 1 from the men's and 1 from the women's. And again, these players are the idea is that there'll be objectives to go and complete with them between the Friday through the Tuesday. And of course, everyone's going to be using them in weekend league, and everyone's going to be using them in division rivals. Now, because loans are kind of a little bit different this year, or I guess we've had them a little bit like this in the past, it's not that they're going to be like a 10-game loan or a 20-game loan, it's that they're a 4-day loan. And because they're a 4-day loan, you can use them on limited games. You can use them for hundreds of games over the weekend if you desire. What do we know about this? Well, again, EA was literally tweeting stuff out themselves, but this is the loading, or the notification message we got, just saying about Ballon d'Or's coming in this weekend. When you log on, so again, you don't have to do anything special. All you got to do is log on the game over this weekend, and it'll go and give you 2 of these themed player picks, giving Ballon d'Ors. Now, there are some packs also going to be added to the game this weekend, and it says that there's a Ballon d'Or nominee in that. It's not that you're going to go and get these cards, you're just going to get the gold version. So obviously, like Vinicius Junior's a Ballon d'Or nominee, which means you could go and potentially get yourself a Vinicius Junior in there. But again, this is the loan screen we have. You get 1 pick here, 1 pick here. They're going to be some crazy, crazy cards, and you're going to get to use them over the weekend. Now, I expect maybe these cards might get re-released in packs over Team of the Year. I can see that being an angle. If not, well, I think this is a very fun little promo. But what is it going to do to the market? Now, as you can see right here, there's a lot of attackers. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers here. And right here, we can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, arguably maybe even 7 attackers here. So what I think is going to happen this weekend is I don't think there's going to be much incentive for people to want to keep their attackers. For people to want to keep the, what are you going to go for? Maybe Vinicius Junior gold cards. For people to want to go and keep the, maybe Heung-min Sons, the Rafael Leao's, because you're not going to be using them in your team. 1, if it's a little bit more awkward to get chemistry on them because you're forcing these players in. And 2, if we're anticipating the market dropping each weekend, which we're getting at the moment, why would you want to go and have your expensive gold card for you to play FUT Champs if you're going to go and get an untradeable? As a result, what I expect to see is I expect to see a big drop on the most popular forwards in the game. So these are the most popular players on the game, but if I actually go and sort the attackers, there we go. We can see these are the most popular players. So these are the ones that we expect to drop. Now, obviously, if cards are only 20k, it's not that bad. But where it is bad, it's something like Salah, something like Son. Son is going out of packs, given. Something like Rafael Leao, I think, would take a bigger hit. Some of these special cards, Inform Adeyemi, Inform Martinelli, I can see taking a bit of a hit. Obviously, we don't really care about Pajor. Where else? We've got Inform Kvaratskhelia, Inform Rodman, unless Rodman's being used as links, Inform Rafinha. I can see these cards taking a pretty big hit. And these cards should take a pretty big hit all the way from the 8th of November, so today, all the way through to, in my opinion, they'll be the cheapest on the Sunday. I think they'll be the cheapest on the Sunday either before the Icon SBC or after the Icon SBC. That's because I think once people are done with Weekend League, I think that's maybe when you're going to go and see people buy them back. Because people know they're not going to be in their team forever, because they do. Obviously, they are a 4-day loan. Then I do think we'll either see a buyback either on the 12th. If not, I think we can see a potentially pretty decent buyback after the Icon SBC we go and get this weekend. If not, we maybe see loads of panic selling before the Icon SBC. Then we can go and do that. Now, I've actually gone all in so far on link investing these players, because I don't think that some of these players are too natural for players to fit, or people to fit in their teams. I think people are going to be buying players for link investments, and I've more importantly done this with the women's cards. Now, of course, at the beginning of the game, it was very popular to use some of these League of Women's, but I feel like that's dropped off a little bit. Because I feel like that's dropped off a bit, I feel like when people get Salma, Bon Matip, Hansen, I think what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to go and buy players to go and fit them in their teams. So here are a few investments that I've gone with. One is Rolfo. Now, or Rolfo. I don't think many people have been using Rolfo this year, but I've gone and bought her with a shadow, making her a little bit rarer than the base card. I've gone and picked up Pedri. Pedri obviously goes and links up Salma, Bon Matip, Hansen. He weak links, you know, a lot of the popular players here. I also don't think people are going to be picking midfielders as much as they're going to be picking forwards, so I'm taking the gamble there. I think the vast majority of good cards, again, or expensive cards, would be forwards. The only expensive midfielders, or the only midfielders that I think people might go with, might be very outside Rodri, if not, it'd just go and be Bellingham and Bon Matip. But I think the most popular are going to be forward positions, Salma, Hansen. I think Hansen's going to be the most popular there. So we've gone and picked up Pedri for that. Gvardiol's we've gone and picked up in case people are going to go and pick Haaland. I can see Haaland being semi-popular. Courtois, Rudiger's, we put these guys up for the Vinicius Jr. and the Mbappe's links. Conde, this guy's really nice. He goes and links up to all the Barcelona women, and he goes and gets an Mbappe link. And another thing we've gone and picked up is Norwegian managers. Now, we've seen managers do very well when certain, like, very off-league SBCs drop. Well, I can imagine Haaland, and more importantly, I can imagine Hansen being some of the most, well, Hansen at least being the most popular woman card to be picked. So I do think that Norwegian managers, who we've been picking up for about 400 coins, could go and do very, very well. So yeah, what I've done is I've kind of sold on my Weekend League investments, and sadly the Weekend League investments didn't do quite as well as I thought they would, because of, I think a lot of people have been panic selling about this promo. And yeah, what I've been doing is picking up some of the link investments to the likes of the Ballon d'Or players. And I'll plan on going and selling these cards around about 1 PM. If not, I'll just track them every hour and sell them when they stop rising. The reason I'm going to go and sell them around about 1 PM is that's just when a lot of the market peaks last week. If I can go and grab, who can I go and grab who's a meta card? I think, I know like someone like Chiesa would be a nice example. Do we have a Chiesa here? There we go. If I go and grab someone like Chiesa, I can see that the peak demand of Weekend League last week was, there we go, 12 midday, I think it was. Oh, sorry, 11, and then even 1 PM is not bad. So anywhere from about 10 in the morning through to around about 11 seemed to be the peak buying of Weekend League cards, or cards for people's teams. So that's when I do plan of going and selling on all of these investments. Do we have anything else regarding that? No, not really. Again, we expect the market to rebound from this sort of crash we expect to see with these players, and I think the crash will predominantly happen on forwards and midfielders. I can see there being a bit of panic selling with defenders. I think they're just going to be a little bit panic selling all weekend because of this being an icon promo, and this Sunday we're going to go and get another max 88 icon pack. We did go and get some other SBC content though. We went and got ourselves an Andrew Robertson. Not really that demanded, didn't go and rise fodder yesterday, didn't go and rise in forms. Interesting enough though, did drop left backs. We can see Robinson went from 111, he's down to 90. And John Arnorisa taking the biggest hit at 95, down there to 66. So he definitely had impact despite people, you know, allegedly saying he wasn't too demanded. We also have marquee matchups. No crazy money on marquee matchups, but what marquee matchups does do is it does go and supply loads of silvers and loads of non-rare golds, which enables a nice little investment we do each week on the Sud America silvers. Non-rares. We can see that last Thursday, here you go, after marquee matchups, we can see that the Sud America non-rares were 2.8k, yet they went all the way up there to 4.9k on the Sunday morning. So what we do plan on doing, or what we've already done, is we're going to pick up the Sud America silvers, not from, which is it? Sud America silvers, not from Boca Juniors, I'd want to say is. Yeah, Sud America silvers, not from Boca Juniors, and Libertadores golds, not from the Libertadores. And then we're going to go and sell these cards probably Sunday before we go and get the Icon SBC. The reason we sell before we go and get the Icon SBC is because the Icon SBC will probably have a few Electrum packs in it and loads of non-rare packs in it supplying these gold non-rares. But yeah, we buy the silvers, 72 to 74 rated in the league, and we also go and buy non-rares. So there's another investment we're going for. So tonight's SBC is going to be Darwin Núñez. I personally would gamble on Darwin Núñez not being demanded. Again, you can gamble on him being demanded, and as a result, I'd wait till about 10 PM, and then I'd go and look at buying 84s all the way through to 86s. And if you're a little bit more risky, maybe you're going to go and buy 87s and 88s. Likewise, I'd wait till 10 PM to go and buy a Team of the Weeks. You can go and buy Discard Team of the Weeks. You can go and pick up Pierre. If not, you've got 85s or 86s as your investment. Regarding buying the Meta Team of the Weeks, we go and buy the Meta Team of the Weeks Saturday evening. They actually did very well with yesterday's Weekend League flips, so that hopefully will foreshadow them having quite nice rises. But yeah, for fodder, I'm going to wait till 10 PM. If you don't want to gamble, if you want to gamble that Darwin Núñez is going to be demanded, I'd recommend going and buying it around about 2-3 PM after a few hours of Weekend League opening, because that's when the players should go and drop. But that is going to go and wrap that up. No video on the tutorial channel because I do want to try and go live ready for 8 AM to go and cover these, what on earth's going to happen with this Ballon d'Or promo or mini promo that EA is doing. Stream, I'll be live when the promo is out for an hour or two. Then I'll be live going into 6 PM, but midday I do have something going on. So yeah, no stream midday, but should be live back for 6 PM. But that is going to go wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.